This is the native Asclepia butterfly bouquet plant. It is absolutely gorgeous, this version that is. You're going to get a 6-piece that will go in the garden, landscape, and border. Most importantly, you'll get 2 orange, 2 white, 2 pink, and did you see the butterflies? Because there's a beautiful, beautiful story about how these are the home of the monarch butterflies. And like so many things in our world today, they kind of got crowded out. There used to be a lot more Asclepia, if I could say it that way. Now you can help bring them back, the monarch butterfly, for planting when you plant something like this. M89781, 3 easy pays at $13.20. Do remember, these are some of the final garden shows of the season, all free shipping and handling, and 6 plants. Oh wow, only 450 remain. That's it. And there you can see the furry little caterpillar, and then of course it eats and it lays its eggs on here, and then you've got yourself that monarch butterfly, your own monarch butterflies in your backyard. Stephanie, I have learned so much from all of you, but particularly about this Asclepia, and I love your passion.
Well, thank you so much, Pat. And I want to start off by saying thank you to all the customers who've already placed their order for this collection this year. And for those of you watching, let me explain to you why this is what I consider the most important plant that we bring to QVC every year. And like Pat was mentioning, this is the Asclepias, which is the only food source and home for the monarch butterfly, which, if you didn't know, Pat, is now placed on the endangered species list. The population of the monarch butterfly has plummeted upwards of 80% over the last few decades. And so by planting this, you are truly providing a place for those monarch butterflies when they're, on migration. By planting this, they will find it, they will lay their eggs on the underbelly of the leaves. And once those eggs hatch into the monarch butterfly caterpillar, this is the only plant in the entire world that the caterpillars are going to eat. And then eventually, as we know, the caterpillar goes into its chrysalis and emerges into the beautiful monarch. And so truly, by planting this, you are doing your part in saving the monarch butterfly population.
And I love that you're giving us 6 plants. And many of you, like Stephanie said, thank you so much. Many of you are looking for that beautiful pollinator garden, and there's nothing like this. You can pick up a second set, which is what a lot of you did. And I will say, the problem is we're down to the final quantities of the season. And don't be afraid to do this on bill to, ship to, because we can ship it and we give you the bill and we'll ship it wherever you need it to go.
Yes. Pat, and I love that idea of bill to, ship to. I like to suggest maybe sending it to your grandkids or your nieces and nephews, because it is a beautiful sort of full circle story to plant these plants with your young ones, and then experience the beauty of bringing the monarch butterfly to the house. You could even bring them into a little beautiful butterfly catcher if you wanted, and feed the caterpillars and let them emerge. But you said it correctly in that this is a more beautiful variety of the Asclepias. It's also known as milkweed, which I think most of us know it as milkweed. But if you were to go, out into the wild and find a milkweed, those plants are like 6 or 7 feet tall, and they're not a very beautiful color. So this variety has actually been hybridized to be more compact. It's only going to grow about 3 feet tall, and you're getting 3 beautiful, bold colors and much larger flower umbels. So you're getting yellow, orange, and pink, and it's a 6-piece collection. So imagine, all of that impact that you can make for yourself, for the beauty, but then also the impact that you're making for the monarch.
If you picked up that second set, and I realized, you've got things to do with your money, but that's why you have 5 easy pays on a Q card. Maybe that would help. And then you could go ahead, and that would be around $8, free shipping and handling. But if you picked up that second set, then you really could have, that would be 4 orange, 4 pink, 4 yellow. Imagine what you could do and how much coverage that is. And these are perennials, so these will come back year after year.
These are some of our most winter hardy perennials. So for those of us who live kind of northern, like by the Canadian border, you can also grow these with success. They can take the really cold temperatures, Pat. And I love the idea of picking up 2 collections. What we do here at our townhouse in Westchester, we actually grow 1 collection kind of up front and center on our main garden bed, so we can enjoy them and also watch the butterflies. And we have another collection planted further off, kind of underneath the trees that we don't really go back to. It just kind of creates a butterfly haven for the monarchs. Hey, Dev. So, if you want to pick up both collections, you can really have fun with where you're planting them. What's up?
Oh, well, I wanted to mention something really cool about this collection.
Okay.
Is that we're shipping these in these ellie pots. A lot of times you might find these in bare roots, which I gotta say, growing these from a bare root is not a great way to go
So that's
they
what
can
you
be very
usually find in bare
challenging.
root?
Exactly. So that's why we're really proud to be able to offer these ellie pots, which will give you guaranteed success. So something that we're really proud to be offering this year.
Well, and
Absolutely.
it goes hand in hand with what you're trying to accomplish by planting the Asclepia is doing something good for Mother Earth, so that we don't have those plastic pots to, put out in recycling if you're allowed to do that. So the ellie pot you can put right in the ground, correct?
That's very right, Pat. So you just you take it out of the shipping container that it comes in, and you put it right into the ground or the container. And also, because we're already sending a growing plant, you're going to have flowers this very first year, and you will see your first monarchs this year as well. I actually grow about 4 or 5 of these collections at my home in California. And last year, Pat, I counted upwards of 50 caterpillars on my plants. It was truly one of my most proud gardening, plant mom moments. And I was like, okay, well, they need more food. So I went to a local garden center, and I couldn't even find the Asclepias. So, truly, the monarchs need this plant. It is the only food source for them in the entire world. And that, if you take a second and let that sink in, that means this is truly one of the most important plants to ever grow in your gardens. And don't worry, if you don't have a yard and you just have a deck or a balcony, these will do perfectly well in containers. And that caterpillar was from my house. I was very happy to take that photo. Yes.
That is so cool. I mean, just like we talked about with the microgreens, I think that's a great project. But imagine this for your kids, your grandkids. Maybe everybody goes together and you give it to the, one of the teachers at the school. It's such a learning process. I remember when I was a kid, we used to go to my Grammy and Granddad's who lived across town, and my granddad would have all these butterflies, and one would always land on his shoulder. So they always make me think of him.
That's amazing. That means you have good luck. That's great.
I love it. Fewer than 400, these are almost gone. Once the 400, then we have to wait till next year and hope that Stephanie and family can bring these back to us. All right. So my